do right now is just have heard that, and then later on, when you're, nah, man, there was a cabal of people out there at my show. So then be like, what? I was like, I don't know. I heard Josh saying it. You know, Josh says all the time it's not a real fucking thing. I'd be like, I'm like, see, and then be like, oh no, Josh said it wrong, and then be like, oh, P heard.
Damn, what's it? Okay, now I gotta look it up. What's a cabal?
I have no idea.
Oh, are we? I think we're getting closer to a one world government.
Did you ever see that?
Can't hear you.
Oh, did you ever see that? That dude that was born in 2030 or
2300, and he comes back and tells us about it. Is that
well, that one that's supposed to be from the future. That dude.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I read something on it.
He says that there's one government. It's Amazon. Something has something to do with it. He said for real.
Mm.
Like it's called the Amazon. Something about I don't know. But yeah, he says that it's kind of almost like a one world government.
Well, yeah, I could see that. The largest corporation winning everything because they have all the jobs and they bought everything. And you buy the military and the people who like Lockheed Martin and all those companies like that. You know, Halliburton. I could see Amazon taking over all of that shit.
Well, I think it had something to do with them dudes who went to the moon. Or the two dirties that went to the moon. It was Jeff Bezos. And
Jeff Bezos and well, they haven't gone to the moon.
I mean, it was the orbit.
Yeah.
When Charles paid that, but
and Elon Musk.
No, there was the other dirty.
Oh, from Virgin Airlines.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
There was something that have to do with their company, one of those dudes' companies, and Amazon. Amazon is Bezos' company, right?
Yeah.
That was one of the governments that they had to. It was I think it was like three, like Pepsi. It was like Raoul's and Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Well, the more and more about a one world government people talk about, I start thinking about, all right, it looks like it's going to happen. Now, which one world government do you back up? Because there's ones that wants to run it like there's ones that wants. There's people that want to run it like
nothing but educational shit.
Nothing but educations here. There's people that want to run it like China, Communist Party, where they have tabs on all of you. And then there's people that want to run it like they do.
You run it like that?
That's the way corporations and like what one world government's going to win. Is it going to be the Chinese model, the Chinese communist model, or is it going to be the American model, which is we voluntarily give up our information for convenience? You know what I mean? Where we put off all our shit up there and they can track it. They can't track us as well as China can. Like China knows everything about you.
Yeah.
You know what I
they
mean?
Come to your door and tell you, hey, quit posting about this. And shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're like Jack Ma, like one of the wealthiest people. If you talk shit about him, they're gonna come after Jackie Chan too. They came after Jackie Chan because of his son.
What did his son do?
His son was selling weed.
Oh, badass.
And so, like, they came after him real hard, and so
They locked him up.
A lot of people, I don't know if they locked him up or maybe to not lock him up, he started saying it, but people were really upset with him, saying that Jackie Chan is a traitor to the Chinese people. I don't want to put words in the Chinese people's mouth, but
put him in Jackie Chan's mouth.
There you go. I think they said that. Was it Jackie Chan?
And why do you think we're headed that way? Because the billionaires. There's too many billionaires right now, and they're able to grab control.
No, I mean, okay. So a lot of these scientists, for example, there's this guy, Dr. Michio Kaku. I think I talked about him once.
Michio Kaku, that's
Dr. Michio Kaku used to work with Stephen Hawking. He said that we needed to become a level 1 civilization, which is a one world government, a level 1 civilization, in order to continue to thrive, not only economically, but make sure that we keep evolving. Because if we don't,
this is Dr. Bukaki saying
this.
This is Mucho Bukaki.
This is Mucho Bukaki saying this.
To who?
It's an interview.
It's an interview, but I mean,
he's talking about level 01 civilization because
what
I
is
asked
this
him
guy's
about
job. This doctor's job. What does he do?
He's a theoretical physicist.
In his backyard?
No, at some university. I forgot what university. I'll show you what he looks like. Because it sounds like a made-up name, but I'm not making up the name. That's Dr. Michio Kaku. He's Harvard University, University of California, Berkeley, PhD in string field theory, physics of the. Oh, these are all what he's known for. So anyway,
He's
what-
my age.
uh-huh.
Oh, I graduated in 68.
So what he
Everyone's
says
like,
is,
"Nah."
if there's no, if we don't go to a level 1 civilization, that our whole civilization is going to crumble. And there's no evidence of ever anybody having a level 1 civilization, because we can't see any of that. And the way he describes it is, think of level 1 civilization as Buck Rogers. Level 2 civilization is like Star Trek, and level 3 Star Trek, and level 3 civilizations like Star Wars, where it's all these different, alien life and worlds from around the universe that we can explore, and you keep moving up that way. So what he says, if we don't become a level 1 civilization, that the whole civilization is going to collapse on itself. We're going to go back to the Stone Age, and they have a certain year that they want to do this by, which I believe he said was 2045, which also happens to be China's 100-year anniversary of the Communist Party. Let me see what he said. It was
the plot thickens.
yeah. See, this is the problem. I watch
You're
a lot of
saying we have
shit.
to stop China from turning 100.
I watch a lot of well, no, the Chinese Communist Party said that by the 100th anniversary that the Chinese Communist Party will have a one world government, will be in charge of everything. That's their
So
goal.
what you're saying is we have to stop China from turning 100.
I guess that's what. So what
You
is?
want that, dude?
Nah. Oh, it's a crunch. I'm good. I didn't know what it was. Cool. Level 1 civilization.
Mucho bukkake.
Mucho bukkake. Level 1 civilization. That's 10 minutes long. I don't want to do the whole thing.
But why do you think that's happening? Like, why do you think they're all of a sudden right now saying
Well, it's not
We
all of a
have to-
sudden right now.
Well, I
I
mean-
mean, it's been.
that so many people are being able to have the influence to say, I could be the next world leader of the world? What is because there's so many powerful people right now?
Oh no, I don't think. I mean, I think man has always thought that. I mean, look at
Genghis Khan?
Yeah, Genghis Khan, Hitler, Mussolini, all the Napoleon. They all thought this before. You know what I
Caitlyn
mean?
Jenner?
Shoot,
Kanye?
Gee. Shoot, even the founding George Washington and them. They were thinking
And them
in
and
that.
those dirties?
And all those dirties, man.
George Washington and those dirties?
George Washington and Jefferson and all of them. But they're considered the good guys because they won, and they get to write the history books. I don't know if they literally wrote the history books.
So what do you think? What do you think's happening? Do you think like your kids are gonna have to live a one world order society, or do you think it's gonna be like it is now and everyone just talking shit like they've always talked shit?
No, it's going to be way different because think about the change that we've had since 2001 compared to now. You know what I mean? In this 20-year span, there's a big difference, even more difference from the 1981 to 2001. You know what I mean? The jump in not only technology, but in the psychology of how we communicate now, because that's all it is. The internet is big,
communication
communication system.
quicker.
I
I want to buy this
And so now I can talk to somebody from across the world who's a totally different opinion, who's not, but doesn't believe in democracy, doesn't believe in capitalism, doesn't believe in. And so now we have all these ideas now mixing, and it's going to cause some issues. But the biggest problem is going to be people being manipulated by what we're seeing on the internet, by what we're seeing on social media. Also, I have no idea what I'm talking about at all.
He lost me at I was.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about at all.
Hey, you don't think it's the royal family that's fucking bringing the people down on the west side?
I think it's people who have big ambitions and then they get enough money to carry out those ambitions, and it continues on like that. Not necessarily a conspiracy where there's a cabal of people who sit at a table and plan everything. I'm sure there are a bunch of rich people that get together and try to
What's a cabal of people?
A cabal of people is an evil amount of people.
Cabal. What is that? Is that cabal or what are you talking about?
It's a word that I've heard repeatedly and never looked up.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that, a cabal of people. Anyway.
Yeah. It's a cabal. And see, what happens is you get a lot of this information, and 95, 96% of it could be correct, but then you're a moron and you try to repeat it and mix it together.
And you hope it
you
never
just-
gets,
and
no one gets, you don't get called out on
Exactly.
it. And I'm the person that calls you out
Well,
on it.
not I get called out in it because a lot of people will talk like that and be like, no, you don't understand. And I'm just like, oh, calm down, dude. You don't fucking know because you heard it by another person who doesn't really fucking know because they're not in on it.
See, the worst thing I could do right now is just have heard that. And later on, when you're, nah, man, there was a cabal of people out there at my show. And then be like, what? I was like, I don't know. I heard Josh saying it. You know, Josh says all the time it's not a real fucking thing. I'd be like, I don't know, like, see, and then be like, oh no, Josh said it wrong. And then you're like, oh, Pete heard.
Damn, what's a okay? Now I gotta look it up. What's a cabal of people?
I have no idea. I don't even know. How would you spell it? Kabal.
What's a cabal? There it is. No, that's not it.
Kabuki.
Cabal.
How's it?
Let's see. I think I spelled. There we go.
Kabul is a place.
Kabul is a capital of the land. No,
I know, that's where all the fucking fighting's going on.
what's a cabal?
See, dude, you just made that shit up.
Cabal. Here we go. It's with a C.
See, I told you,
A
CABA
secret-
is what I said.
CABAL.
A secret,
A
political
secret-
clique or faction. A secret political clique or faction.
So I used it correctly. I just didn't know what it meant.
You didn't really.
So
A
I'm
cabal of people.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess you did, Josh.
Yeah, I
You
used
thought
it
of that.
right. And you know what? Thank you for questioning me because it made me look it up and I could tell people I already forgot what the fuck it was. But I know it's spelled with a C.
It was
And
a
I could
secret
tell
group
them.
of people or a faction.
There you go. Some faction people.
It's weird how stuff like that sticks in my brain. And when I watch Jeopardy, it jumps out. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I remembered that.
I'll do numbers. Numbers stick in my head.
Fuck that. I can't remember fucking numbers. I'm bad with the numbers. I don't.
But then I'm just throwing out numbers like I did earlier, like 95% of the information.
Everyone's doing that shit right now.
Yeah.
Everyone just saw some fucking thing, and it makes you sound smart when you fucking throw out numbers like facts, like if you just got them.
See, I think that's the biggest. People want to sound smart versus, okay, I'll put myself out there. I'll sound stupid. That's fine. But at the end of the conversation, I just want to get closer to whatever the truth is.
Yeah.
So if I end up looking like an idiot, who gives a shit? What's the
Dude,
truth?
You want to sound smart, just record Jeopardy, watch it, memorize it, and play it back. And then fucking answer everything and feel like you're a fucking winner.
I think being told you're stupid so many times in life that you just give up on trying to sound smart. Just like, all right, I'll be the stupid guy then. I'm the stupid, inquisitive person. And then you have the real people, the people who want to believe they're super smart. And it's like, man, you just repeat whatever you fucking see.
You're only
you
as
just
smart as the last person you talk to.
Exactly.
Or
the
heard
last book that you
read or whatever.
or heard. Most people don't read.
But what's even scarier when you tell someone you're smart, you're so smart, so smart, and they're really a fucking idiot, and they think what they know is the fucking right answers, and they're really just fucking dumbasses. They'll fucking lie, but they think they're so smart, and they go around preaching shit. That's another scary motherfucker on the other end of that spectrum.
I think that's most people. I think that's because once you get to a certain age, I feel like your knowledge solidifies, and these are the points
get
I've
past shit.
said throughout my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Now you gotta live by them.
which is like, well, I know I'm not an idiot, so I have to be right, and I will argue my points to a fault.
Nah, you figure out who's a fucking idiot. And during this fucking last election, you started figuring out who were fucking idiots. During this pandemic.
Everybody, their biggest motivator is your pockets. So if you're losing money, you're gonna hate the administration. You're gonna hate the science. You're gonna hate all that shit.
But so many people made more money than they've ever made their fucking whole lives right now, and still we're like,
there's some that did, and then and I've noticed that a lot of those people who, for example, I'll give you an example. When in 2012, when all these Republicans who sold insurance, when they said, "Oh, you have to now get insurance for your business," they were for it. They were like, "Oh, I love this shit. Yeah. Because now you have to buy insurance from me. Or not me, but you have to buy insurance. I might be one of the, I'm not the bad guy that's making you do it, but you have to do it."
Yeah.
So they switched from Republican to Democrat because of that, because it's going to help their pockets. So the number one thing, more than religion, more than politics, is what's going to help my pockets.
yeah, look at those fucking religious fucking them preachers that have them private jets because the Lord needs them to be in comfort.
Oh,
and-
yeah. Did
and-
you see that one? The one that was just like, He was the same guy who said, "I'm gonna blow Corona away," and then blew at it, and they made a song about him. It was hilarious. But he also said
Is that white crazy dude?
yeah, that God said he needed a G5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't, and he's talking about it with on a show one time. He's just like, to be in a vessel with these heathens, and I'm like, he just said what he thought of everybody.
Yeah, he sure did. That chick reporter confronted him, and he got all right. What was that?
What's up, mamas? Yeah, give me a minute. We're still recording. I'll be right there, okay? Thank you. Uh-huh. All right, I'll be right there. Hey, you want a Crunch Bar? It's chocolate. Here, I'm going to slide it to you.
What kind? Ooh. Does it matter what kind?
There you go. Love you. Okay. Then that's how you parent. Close the door, please. All right. Then close the door. And that's how you parent. You give them candy.
Yeah, dude.
And then they go away. Every time my kids come around, I have Skittles in my pocket, and I just start fucking throwing Skittles at them. Like, get away.
Get a slingshot. Shoot them across the fucking
I'm
yard.
tired. I just want to sleep.
Dude, that is the most common way of parenting right now with these parties.
Snacks and shit. See, I'm very conscious. I don't want them, for example, if they get mad or sad, to give them ice cream or something like that, because then it puts them in a place of whenever I get sad, I'm gonna eat ice cream. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah,
good, dude.
Well, it is good.
Are there like, I know, don't they say ice cream is one of the fattiest foods you can eat? Like, it'll make you gain weight if you eat, especially
if you eat a lot of ice cream, it'll make you shit. I know that.
Or if you're dairy intolerant,
lactose
lactose, but dairy, just kind of dairy shit. You don't even have to be intolerant, but if I drink a lot of, like, if I eat ice cream and eat a bowl of cereal and just take a lot of milk.
Well, no, you know what? I think they have to be doing something to it, because I remember maybe it happened as I got older.
Yeah,
but as a little,
changed.
Yeah, as a little kid, I'm not getting diarrhea from ice cream, and then as an adult, I smell ice cream, and it's like
but piss city
immediately, yeah.
Soft serve,
like I
started doing soft serve.
And I thought I started doing. It was 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh, badass!
I started doing TCBY, and I thought I'll get the yogurt. And then when I hit my 30s, same thing happened.
Do you eat yogurt?
Now I do. What I eat is the sugar-free with no aspartame or any of that shit in it. Sugar-free.
Fuck, you have to look at the.
I looked at the camera.
What is aspartame? What does that do to you?
Aspartame, and again, I saw this on a YouTube video, so I could be completely wrong. But what I think it is they feed sugar to a bacteria. That bacteria then shits it out and gives a flavor of sugar. And then what happens is if you drink too much of it, like I was doing, because I was drinking
you become full of shit.
64 ounces of Diet Dr. Pepper, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. So that's a gallon of Diet Dr. Pepper every day.
And that has aspartame?
It has aspartame in it. And if you eat enough of it, it can give you brain cancer.
What's enough?
I think a gallon of Diet Dr. Pepper will do it.
And so, so when you buy yogurt, you make sure it doesn't have aspartame?
I make sure everything that I buy can't have aspartame. If I buy water bottles, I gotta make sure it's the ones without the BPH. So if you leave it in the car, something like the bottle won't leak into the water or whatever the fuck it was doing. I remember
that's the only way I drink my water. I keep leave it in fucking outside in the car, and then I take
right in the front.
Yeah, on the dashboard.
On the dashboard.
And then I drink them like that. Dude.
I remember telling when I sold cars, they kept putting the water, like it would be out in the sun, right? And then they come in, they bring it in, they put it in the fridges, and the water tasted horrible. And I'm like, you're putting all this BPH in the water. And they looked at me like I was like, hey guys, I suck dicks. Yeah. Like they're like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. Josh said that. Like, that's gonna be
great. I zoomed in on myself. Perfect.
You're gonna get 20 more fans tonight, dude. On Grindr.
Oh fuck.
I didn't even think about any kind of aspartame. So is it commonly in yogurt?
It's in anything with like sugar per. Instead of putting when it says sugar free, a lot of times they'll have aspartame.
Oh, I don't get sugar free shit.
Yeah.
Like when I get like if I go get coffee. I rarely drink coffee, but if we're out and it's early and I don't mind drinking a cup with them. But I don't use that fake them sweeteners. I use real sugar. I always just use real sugar.
I use raw sugar.
Yeah, whichever, but real.
I like it raw.
Yeah, see, there you go. And he sucks dick. And, but yeah, I don't use any of the. I don't like using. I don't get sugar-free stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that shit tastes.
Yeah, it has a bad aftertaste.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't taste good to me. I don't like any of that shit.
Now I can't. I've had like a
yogurt,
sip of a Diet Dr Pepper after.
But the yogurts that I get don't. There's sugar-free yogurts, and then there's regular yogurts. I get the ones with the fruit in them and stuff. So I don't know.
I put almonds in it.
In your yogurt?
Yeah, I'm big on textures. There needs to be a crunch.
Do you see? I don't know. Like, do you eat like what's that cereal with rocks in it?
Cereal with rocks?
Grape nuts?
No.
Oh, dude, that's like a box of rocks, dude. It's just your teeth are breaking, dude.
All right, I'll put on your thing. I'll be right there.
It's brutal.
Give me a minute.
Go ahead.
Give me a minute.
Go do it.
All right. Oh, we're at over an hour.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we good? What you got?
Coming up, I have Zozo. Go over there, mamas. I'll be right there. Kids don't listen to me.
I know, good parenting. You didn't put the fear of the belt
over there.
My dad used to be able to yank his belt off.
Oh, my dad was just going, or my mom. It was a tight lip and.
Oh, in church, you got the look?
No, I got the pinch.
And then you got the pinch.
Yeah.
You'd be just bruised up like you were paintballing, dude, after Sunday. Just,
I remember we got spanked ugly because the priest had a thick, flamboyant accent.
Oh, so you were heading
and
the
like,
wrong.
and Jesus. And me and my brother were like, wow.
Oh, you couldn't stop laughing? The can't stop laughing pinches suck, dude.
I didn't give a fuck.
Because you're grounded afterwards, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got home. It was, we had to eat and then go straight to bed.
Yeah.
And me and my brother like, it's worth it. And we just kept doing that accent. And my dad was so pissed. I don't know what he was more pissed off at. The fact that we were doing that accent or they were laughing in church. It's like my boys that keep doing that accent. And they got it from a priest.
Do you go to church now?
Yeah. We go to church.
Do you? Every Sunday?
Not every Sunday.
But just you try to?
Yeah, we try to go. Because and we put my kids are in like.
Catechism?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to church though growing up. I went to St. Paul's and Central Catholic, so we went to church every week, and then I went with my parents on the weekend. But like I don't go. I was just wondering.
I had to find one that wasn't political because we want one that was super liberal.
Trying to push you different ways.
And there was another one that was super conservative, and I was just like, dude, you guys are preaching Democrat Republican. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So what I started doing was going to Spanish masses. I don't know anything that's going on.
Know what they were saying.
But I feel better after.
Yeah, those fat old ladies singing in Spanish that I couldn't deal with.
That's what I grew up with. I grew up with a whole mariachi. I'm done
with that, bro. I did the same thing, dude. And I saw one recently, and I was like, I can't do this again. I went to.
It reminds you of bad.
It's just horrible.
Yeah,
it's just horrible, dude. Like somehow they managed to make the hour-long mass that I used to go to an hour and a half too now.
See, I like the one.
I'm just like, no.
I like the one I go to because he's 45 minutes in and out.
You sound like you're a prostitute.
In and out, we're done.
But now I don't know. I don't know. I was just wondering. I'm gonna go to church. With Vernon, my boy Vernon, his memorial. I hope I see all my friends out there that good. It sucks that it comes to something like this for us to all get together again, but that's coming up soon. As soon as I find out, I'll let everyone know. And I got what you got coming up for show wise, man?
Well, I got coming October 16th. Is Battle of the Sketches. It's going to be at the Alamo Drafthouse Mueller in Austin. So you can get your tickets at battleofthesketches.com. And then also big news is now What's Up Sucka and every other podcast on FMCW Studios. We're on Megaphone now. So you're going to be.
So Josh is going to be standing at the corner yelling it out to y'all at every football and baseball game.
You listen to the podcast. But no, it's a podcast service. So it's now we're becoming just like all things comedy and Riotcast, a comedy podcast network.
So you go to megaphone.com?
I'll put it's not going to be on this one, but it'll be on the next one. I'll put the link on there, and you'll be able to listen to all of What's Up Sucka podcast on audio on iTunes, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you hear your podcast at.
All right. Did the 10 of y'all hear that? I think this weekend, the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th with Carlos Mencia at the Laugh Out Loud. Hopefully. I canceled this past week's shows. If anyone had asked, I was supposed to be at Upstage, the 3rd and 4th, but or 4th and 5th.
Speaking of Upstage, I'll be there September 10th.
Yeah, you got one coming up Upstage.
Yeah.
They rescheduled me for that, so I took a break. I'm going to be September 25th, though, at the Artisan Craft Bar. So I don't know. I got some stuff coming up, and man, just y'all be safe out there, people. Just wanted to give a shout out, to my buddy Vernon out there, and a lot of people that are going through stuff right now, man. Hope if you see us out, we can brighten your day, man. And y'all be safe. Peace.